Here's a Tableau project that you could add to your data science portfolio that will take you less than 2 hours. We'll create a Tableau dashboard that actually shows the key performing indicators, the most interesting metrics of your very own LinkedIn data. You can make a chart showing the most popular names within your connections, figure out who your top buddies are by looking at how many messages you've sent and received from other people, see what companies your connections work at, and also see your connections over time. My end dashboard looked something like this, where I have the leaderboard, the company split, the most common names, the connection chart. And I think it's pretty insightful, and I think you'll enjoy making it. So let's go ahead and hop into how do we get this data and how can we create this dashboard. So it turns out LinkedIn will actually give you all your data. So go ahead and click on your name and go to the settings and privacy right here. Then from here, you're going to go ahead and find the data privacy, get a copy of your data, and this will have the export your data. So I've already exported it. I've recently requested it and I can hit the download archive, but you have to request it first. So go ahead and click this, download the larger data archive, including connections, contacts, account history, and information. Okay, so download that whole thing. It'll take probably about 24 hours, but you'll get an email, and that email will eventually give you this button that'll allow you to download that archive. That archive will look like this. Look how much is on here. We have a ton of CSVs in a couple folders. Each one of these CSVs represents a different part or feature of LinkedIn, really, and there are some that are more important than others. One of my favorites is actually the shares file. So if you open that up, it'll basically be all of the shares or the posts that you have done. Now, it isn't the most clean data set, so you might have to go through and do some cleaning depending on what you want to do with it. But basically, it actually has all the texts from your posts as well as the actual share link. One of the ones we'll actually be using is the messages CSV. So it has a from, it has a to, so if you're in a group message or if it's just you, and then it has the actual content, which will be the message basically that you're sending, whether what the contents are, what you're saying. And then the last CSV we'll be using is the connection CSV, which has the first name, last name, the company, and the position of all of your connections, as well as when you were connected, which will be really useful. The next step will be to get this data inside of Tableau. So open up Tableau Public, click on the text file right here. CSVs are just text files. Go ahead and find your folder and you'll be able to find your specific CSV that you want to import. You'll be importing, I guess really just two for this particular example that I'm doing. The connections, and then you'll click up here, add new data source, and choose a text file once again, and not add connections, but add the messages. Those are the two folders that are the most important. From here, we're going to create our new dashboard. So the first thing we're going to do is click down here, new dashboard, and you can just call it whatever you'd like, dashboard 1, for example. We are also going to create some graphs. Let's start with the message leaderboard graph. So what we need to do is basically take the name, which is basically going to be the from. We're going to drag that over here, okay? And then we're going to have the name as well be up here, but just know this is going to throw something terrible, right? We don't like that at all. We want to change it to a count. And so now we have the from and we have the count. We can basically click this guy right here, which will sort the whole thing for us. You can see it goes Avery Smith and then Tom Ives and then Ashish Patel and Joe Reese and all this good stuff. Ravit as well, Susan. But this actually includes a lot of group messages and myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the filter on the title here, and I'm just doing null. Basically, it'll have a title if it's an in-mail or if it's a group message. So I'm going to hit OK. So these are non-group message. Now, I don't know why there's messages from me. I guess these are the messages that I have sent. So I also want to make sure that the from does not include me. So I'm going to do from. Oops, sorry, I think I did that wrong. The from right here, and we're going to select from list, and it is going to be all, and then I just need to find basically except for me. So AV, and then let's find my name, and then hit OK, apply, OK. And there we go. There we have Kate Strachney, we have member, we have Andrew, so on and so forth. We might want to also add the count of the from as a label right here. So go ahead and add that and change it from to a count. Okay. And there we go. We have our same chart that we had created on my dashboard there. See that? Did that so easily. In a new sheet, I want to basically make the same chart, but just with the first names. So once again, I'm going to have the first name be the rows. And now this is quite a bit, right? So that's going to be kind of a problem. So one of the things I did first was just like filter and just say it's like a couple names. So just say it's none and then maybe choose a couple of these. Doesn't really matter which. Hit OK. And then I'm going to do the first name up here as well. And I'm going to do a count. So that should have the counts of these first names. And then I'm going to kill this filter. Remove. Make sure we sort by descending, and there we go. We have a ton of Michaels, we have a ton of Davids, Muhammads, Mohammeds, Rahul, all that good stuff. You can go ahead and drag the first name into the label and change it to count as well, so that you have the counts there, just in case you were curious. So that is sheet 2, and we can rename it as the first name count. Move this sheet to the left one and create a new sheet. This will be where our connections work. So I made this one a tree map, and to make one of those, we're going to drag on the company into rows. I'm going to go ahead and add all 5,000 here. We'll filter here in a second. And we're going to make the size based upon the count of that company, right? Because that'll show how many people are in that company that are connected with me. So if I go count, you start to see that, like, for instance, 3M has a bigger dot of 6 than 3D Micro Indo, which has 1. But this isn't that entertaining. This is all just like one row. If we come over here to the show me in the top right corner, right? Click that right there. We can click on the tree map and that'll automatically generate, which is awesome. So here's our tree map with all these different companies, and it used a color gradient for the company size. So we can also go to the company label and change it to a measure, right? The count, but we also want to make sure we add it back to the label. And so that we have the company and then the amount of connections we have from that company. So I have 329 from Exxon and 213 from Tata. If I go back and look, that's basically what this chart looks right here, except for instead of the count being, or the color being a count, we can go back to the dimension. That'll have a bunch of different colors. And so what I actually just did was put a filter on the company, specifically in a condition where the company count was greater than something like, I don't know, 15, and hit OK. And that should really, wow. Oh, I said equals to 15, didn't I? I was like, that really narrowed it down. Come back up here one more time, go to the edit filter, and instead of equals, we want the greater than. So if you are curious what companies I have 15 connections with, that is the answer. If we want greater, hit apply. Okay, there you go. So this chart right here looks a little bit more similar to what we have on our finished dashboard. We'll give this sheet a name and we will call it the company breakdown or something like that. Breakdown. I like to move it to the left just so I have my dashboard on the right. And then I'll click new sheet, and this sheet right here, we're going to go to the connections and we're going to use the date. Okay, so connected on is going to be the row. Okay. And then basically what we're going to be doing is having something like the first name being the columns. Now that's going to be really stressful. So once again, we're going to add a quick little filter where we're just taking a couple people just to get started. Okay. This is just so it doesn't crash or anything like that. And so I can work with a smaller data set. Instead of being the year, we want to go ahead and make it like the week number. So for instance, week 5 of 2015 or something like that, just to split it up. And we want to, instead of first name, we want to make it a count of the first name, basically. So a count of the first name. And actually, it looks like I want to switch these two. So it will be, yep, perfect. So that's exactly what we want it to look like. And now if we remove this filter, so if I just hit remove, we will get this right here, which basically has the date as the x-axis and the count of new connections on the y-axis. No, this is not followers. This is just connections. And so, for instance, you can see on this week, January 4th, 2021, I had 1,400 new connections. Now, this is interesting. I like this graph a lot. This is a really powerful graph. But what I had on the finished dashboard looked a little bit different. And you'll notice this is a cumulative connection chart. It's like a running total. And so if we go up here to the count and we go to the quick table and we go to running total, we'll see that we're able to get that entire cumulative. And also another thing I did on this was just add a quick little filter, specifically on a range of dates. That was from when I actually started posting on LinkedIn, which was about, I don't know, this date. right here, and there you go. That is my connection chart, and that is what you'll see finished right here. So I'll go ahead and call this the connection chart right here. Move it over to the left-hand side, and we're done. We have the message leaderboard, the first name, company breakdown, and connection chart. I'll go ahead and go to the dashboard, and I can actually just, change the size of the dashboard. I like to keep it as a fixed size, specifically for generic desktop. And now I can just go in and pull these guys in, make sure that they're floating. Okay, so you can control the size a little bit. I'm going to redo that one and make sure that it comes in as floating. There you go. So you control the size. I like to put this guy, you can put him wherever you want and however you want. I like to put this on the left-hand side. I'll put the first name count on the right-hand side, something like this. Yeah. Maybe make a little bit more room here. And then I put the company breakdown in the middle. I don't love that it has, I don't think we need this. Because if you scroll over for most of them, you'll be able to get the names. And then we'll throw the connection chart down below. Perfect. We're pretty much done. We've done it. That is our dashboard. Make sure you hit Control S to save it and publish it to Tableau Public. But that's it. We created an awesome dashboard in less than basically 10 minutes. This project was part of a series I'm doing. It is 30 data science project in 30 days. So you can check out all of those videos in a playlist right here somewhere on the screen. And I have awesome projects in Python and data visualization. And I'll be doing stuff in Tableau, Power BI, R, SQL, Excel. You name the tool, we'll be doing a project with it. But here's the coolest part. For every project that I'm doing, I'm making it all open source. All you need to do is click the link in the description down below, and you'll get access to data, files, code, everything you need to do to try to recreate these projects that I'm doing for absolutely free. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description down below. I'm going to bed now.